Good morning, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Yes, it is true. I am a Trump supporter. Now, I know from my Democratic viewers out there, and I know I have several, and I'm glad to have you. Okay. As Rick Day would say, my temple, he calls it my temple, my shrine to Donald Trump. I know many of you were up all night. You did not sleep a wink because you listened to the Woodward tapes, Bob Woodward tapes. And you know they've got Donald Trump now. They even have him on tape. He can't yell fake news. He can't say it didn't happen. We've got him now. And you were up all night. You just knew when the screen appeared here this morning at 8 o'clock that I would take all my hats down. I would take my Trump flag down over here. I would take down my Trump flag here, my Trump pence. You knew that. That's what you were hoping this morning. That I would get up and come up to the studio and have no choice but to clean house and come to you and apologize for supporting Trump from the time he came down the escalator. This had to be the day. You tuned in just for that. And a little extra, Trump 2020. You thought there's no way this guy can keep supporting this president after his own dad died with COVID-19 positive. That's what they tell us. There's no way. When the president knew this was a deadly virus, there's no way. Well, I'm here to tell you at 8:02 in the morning, I still support the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, for re-election. I still support him as much as I've ever supported him, maybe even more, because I know these attempts of desperation to try to take not just this president down, you, me, this country as we know it. Total collapse is what they're looking for. A phoenix from the ashes is what they want. Systemic racism is code word. They want to tear down the white man system. Yes, the evil white man. They want to tear it down. And you have people like the NFL and the NBA and the Major League Baseball. You have the people across this country that are saying, when you tear it down, we hope that you will include us in bringing it back anew. You see, America to them is a white man's system that we created. And then we let people come in. And they must assimilate the way we think, the way we do it, the way we see it. Outside of that, it's not okay. Well, they've had it. They have now taken the great melting pot and this little fondue that we created, and they feel it's the perfect timing to overthrow the system that we created with our white privilege. Because even Donald Trump, we have him on tape. Oh, folks, it's a disaster out there. I mean, I'm telling you, you know what? I lived through blizzards and snowstorms that I enjoyed more than, let me see, where am I at? Oh, here it is. Okay, so look, will you be watching? I know this morning, okay, yes, they are on. If you are, let me tell you this morning, they are yucking it up. They are loving what's happening right now. Now, we have told you, I know other talk show hosts throughout the day have told you, I know people have done a very good job warning you. You know, Mark Levin, Glenn Beck, Rush Limbaugh, the list goes on. They've been warning you on a daily basis that this is incoming, okay? So you're in a war. Now, they're preparing for the battle. They're preparing for the war. They're in it. They're delivering the goods. But if you and I post on social media, anything that says civil war, anything that says war, anything at all, our social media post is taken down, hidden. Twitter stops us. But the left is in full battle mode, and they're not hiding it, okay? They're not hiding it. They're burning your cities down. They have the nerve to do that. They're attacking people as they eat. They attack people in their homes. Yes, they're going up right to their property and yelling with bullhorns. They're attacking, burning, raping. Has that happened? Just check it out. Throwing rocks. So, the last time I was in the city, I noticed a pile of rocks sitting right there, little pyramid kind of pile to where I could get them rapidly and throw through windows. Anyhow, that being said, the tearing down of our system, they are preparing for battle. We will talk about it. The war is here. So if you did not know that, I will tell you today, okay? Will you be watching the NFL? Now, the NFL, Roger Goodell, and these people, they're saying to Black Lives Matter, okay, this Marxist organization, all right, they're saying, give me number 52, if you guys really burn this whole thing down, can we be a part of it? Okay, I'm serious. There is major corporations. There's the NFL. They're betting on the left burning this country to the ground. And when I say that, I mean collapsing everything. If they can collapse economic, they want wealth distribution. You've got to collapse this system. Okay. You got to take it away. You got to collapse it, take it away. They want wealth distribution. Their big words, equality of everything. And as they build it back up in the system, let me tell you something, okay? Anyone out there that tells me the Democratic Party has any interest in this Constitution written by these white men at a very white time in this country to benefit our white system. This is what they think. You better wake your ass up. This is what they think. If you think for 1 minute that they don't want this gone and they want to set up a new government, oh, he's out there today. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. They want to set up a total new government and break down, hey, they said years ago you can't trust Whitey. If you think they have any interest in this Constitution, you have lost your damn mind. You're crazy as hell if you do. Now, I'm sorry. It's going to be that kind of day. If you think that these people are going to stop, all right, this is a win or don't win situation with the president. We all lose no matter what. Because if Donald Trump wins and becomes the next president of the United States for a second term, we have an all-out war in our hands, and I'll show you. If Donald Trump loses, okay, by hook or by crook, we have an all-out civil war in our hands, and I will show you. I know what you're saying. I am not trying to peddle hate, fear, and panic. I am not the deep state, corporate, corrupt media. I'm not. I'm not here to do that. I'm here just to lay out the facts. These people are so damn evil. Here you go. You're going to watch the NFL tonight? NFL kicks off season tonight in Kansas City. Lift Every Voice and Sing will be played before tonight's game. Lift Every Voice and Sing. Okay, and there'll be, you know, there are going to be a handful of dumbasses that don't realize that's not the national anthem. Oh, that's the new national anthem. Yeah, they voted it in. Wow, that's cool. I hope the Chiefs win. Yeah, there'll be a handful of dumbasses. I'm sorry. We're going to have to reel this show in right now. I can see it. Number 53, it takes all of us. We're going to have social justice messages will be displayed on helmets and the end zones. Give me number 54, end racism. See, they don't want to end racism. They do not. They are racist. They are totally racist people. They're not for equality. They are racist. This is social justice messages. So Bob Woodward interview. Okay. The media has gone nuts over these tapes. So let me tell you two things. Let me go with a couple things because CNN and MSNBC, they're all just flat going nuts. Number 61. So the number one question out there today among a lot of Republicans, you're wondering, why did the President of the United States talk to Woodward? Okay. Why? Now, if you are looking for the media to explain this, why he sat down and talked to Woodward, there's a lot of discussion out there that, Kellyanne Conway, Bob Woodward did one hit piece on the president, a book. Okay. And we all know Woodward. Now, Bernstein, I don't want to get into him, but Bob Woodward and Nixon. Okay. We know what happened in Watergate. Woodward's been dreaming of another Watergate since Nixon. Woodward wants to go out. Bob Woodward wants to go out on top, not to be forgotten. Bob Woodward's dream, I don't know I don't know how old he is, but Bob Woodward's dream is to have two presidents, not one. Okay, not one. All right. It's like everybody wants to win a World Series, but if you have two, everybody wants to win the Super Bowl, but if you have two, okay? So Bob Woodward wants to go out with two presidents under his belt to help collapse, okay? And not getting into Nixon. We know Watergate and what they were trying to cover up there. But why did he sit down, the President of the United States, with Bob Woodward? Don't look for the media for that answer. All right. Why did it happen now? Why is it time now? So a lot of us like to talk about the October surprise, and most of us on this show are old enough to remember Election Day. Okay. Most of us remember when there was an absentee ballot, and the absentee ballot was for specific reasons, had to be out of the state, out of the country, serving in the military, okay? But we then remember the first time early voting started, when you could go vote early, and I've always been against that. But Election Day used to come with an October surprise. I mean, everybody knew, if you followed politics, the second or the third week of October, I mean, the bomb fell. And when it would fall, okay, when it would fall, it would be big enough to change an election or put the stamp on it. It's done and over with. Now, the Democrats feel today, and let me show you, okay, because I'm going to tell you why. Now, why did the president say what he said? It's pretty simple. That's because he's Donald Trump. Okay. I know you don't accept that. Okay. But we will get into that. This is the media this morning. All right. Number 10. Trump admits he downplayed threat of virus. President on March 19th, I still like playing it down. Okay. Here is the team assembled on MSNBC, CNN. Okay. Number 11. Here is number 12, Minka Brzezinski. And let's leave this up here for a minute. Okay. Minka Brzezinski's attempt to cry. I'm not joking. I'm not going to get into it. All right. I'm not going to get into enhancement surgeries or whatever. I just don't want to touch any of that. Okay. I don't want to. Okay. Minka's had a little work. Just saying. Don't get mad at me. It's okay. I'm not saying it's wrong. I want to get that clear. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it can't help. Just leave it there from time to time. Could help. But just saying. But you should watch Minka try to cry. And it was funny. It was laughable because on CNN, MSNBC with Yasmin Vasugia and Morning Joe there in Minka. You remember when a newscaster was forbidden to show emotion or sigh or you should watch these people. I mean, the ones that are supposed to be delivering the news, they can't get through the hour without sighing. They sigh all through it. It's hilarious. So Minka is trying to cry. All right, because she has compassion for you and I, the little people. So she's trying to cry about the people that the senseless death in this country from the virus. Joe goes on a rant. Now, why is it timed now? I'm going to get to the point. Why now? Well, it's obvious. There's a couple things happening here, right? Woodward's complicit. You've got to understand, everything that happens is part of their plan. They're all complicit in trying to do anything to take this president down. Anything. They even have a new whistleblower. I mean, Schiff is going back to the well and saying, let's try whistleblower again. We'll get to that in a minute. Here is what, and I will deal with this later, and I will deal with Joe Scarborough. And I'm going to tell you, if you had a way to get Joe Scarborough and where I could talk with him, I would like to tell him to kiss my ass and go to hell. I'm sorry. I'd like to, okay? Because I know what he's doing this morning, and I know better. You may also know what they're trying to do. And if you don't, I know better than you what emotion they're trying to pull in this bull crap. Now, he comes on, Joe Scarborough, MSNBC, Psycho Joe. He comes on and he does a rant on what this president knew and when he knew it. What did you know and when did you know it? What did you know and when did you know it? Huh? Right? He goes on a rant about the president lying. He goes on a rant about the loss of life. They never go on the rant about Cuomo taking sick grandma or grandpa and pushing them back in the home to kill your grandma or grandpa that's in there healthy. No, never talked about. But he got personal. And he's doing it on purpose. This was one of the many quotes, okay, this morning. He looked at the camera. You watched your parents die. You watched your parents die. And he said, your dad died. And I thought, Joe, I did. I watched my dad die. Yes, I did. I'm going to say, not trying to, forgot exactly when, let's say March. Okay, let's just say March. All right. March, late March, whatever. Yeah, Joe, my dad died late March. The hospital, who we trusted, told us that he was positive with COVID. Okay. And at this time, Joe, they had no idea how to even begin to they had no idea how to begin to treat this. Now, I'm going to deal with this a little later. Okay. And America was going into shock over this. And the president knew we could lose control of the car. You know what? I'm not trying to make this simplistic, but if you start to skid, all right, you're taught turn into the skid, right? Turn away or turn in. The president knew as this was going on that he had something that he was going to try to prevent panic in this country, widespread panic. Okay. And the media did not care. They plant panic, chaos, lies daily. Now, I don't want to get stuck there because I plan to tell Joe to kiss my ass a little more later in the show when he got personal and was talking about me, because I'm one of the Americans that I have had family members very sick, hospitalized, survived, and one die with COVID. Getting back to the reason why, it's because they want to scare the SHI asterisk out of your parents, okay, out of seniors. They want to scare the daylights out of them. We showed you a poll in Florida yesterday. Arizona. Do you know what? Do a Google search and find out how many retirees are in Pennsylvania. You will be shocked at how many retired people are in Pennsylvania. Okay? So they want to scare the SHI asterisk out of our seniors. And they want you, the next level down, to be angry if your parents died or your aunt and uncle died, somebody, but it's the seniors. So they want to lock in on that. But here is the one thing. Joe Biden is starting to get out. Why now with the tapes? Why now? He's starting to get out and about. And as he's out and about, he is bumbling, stumbling Joe Biden. He is trying to string together 3 sentences, okay? He is trying to get up to the mic without huffing and puffing and say, "It's good to see you this afternoon, Sonny. All right? I'm Joe Biden. And if I'm president, this will never happen." All right? They're trying to mask Joe getting out and Joe bumbling and Joe saying idiotic things. Now, that's a very simple thing they're trying to cover up, but that's one. Number 2, the enthusiasm gap. I mean, they wanted to, it's like, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. They have been waiting. Early voting is ready. They can't wait till October because by time October, because the seniors, folks, the seniors are going to vote in mail-in ballot. The most vulnerable population we have to this virus is going to be in fear, for the most part, of going to the polls. That's my guess. So if you have an October surprise that's 1 week before November, 2 weeks, then that's too late. Your seniors have already sent in their ballots. So you got to scare the SHI asterisk out of them now. Enthusiasm gap. They have been waiting for the perfect time because the gap, you just finished a weekend, Labor Day weekend. People don't, look, generally, Labor Day weekend ends it the summer. The people go home. They put up the camper, clean up the boat, put it in storage. The kids go back to school in the normal world and they focus in. So that's when it didn't start last week or week before they didn't drop the Woodward tapes. They've had these Woodward tapes for God knows how long, right? Since he did the interviews for the book. But they didn't drop those tapes until after Labor Day. It's now what's called officially election season. All right. So the tapes are dropped. Another reason, the enthusiasm gap. They are in total fear. They have the polling. They have the polling in Michigan. They know the truth. They have the polling in Wisconsin, Minnesota. They have the polling in Arizona. They have the polling, and they're scared SHIT lists. Oh, I didn't put any asterisks in there. Anyhow, they're scared. Latinos are for Trump. Black voters for Trump. Vulnerable areas they never thought would be a problem are for Trump. So it's like, when you're blowing up the bubble and just one more shot of air and it explodes, that's where you stop. That's where they drop the tape. The enthusiasm gap couldn't get any higher. 4,000 boats on a lake, thousands of people standing on the side of the highway with flags, 15,000 people don't care about a virus, obviously, and they show up for a rally in North Carolina. They've hit it's the climax, boy, man. They've got a boom, enthusiasm. All right. They have to hope, if you're a Trump supporter this morning, that the air's totally gone out of the sails of the flotilla. That's what they have to hope. That has been their plan all along. And they're not killing my enthusiasm, because, see, I know, although Peter Strzok is taking his I'm a Great American tour on the communist news networks, Comrade tour, yes, Peter Strzok, I'm a Great Comrade on MSNBC, CNN, all the others that are interviewing him, Rachel Maddow, while we are watching riots and people being killed because of a kind of hat they wore. Yes. Businesses burnt to the ground. While all of that is going on, they feel they're going to curb my enthusiasm for the President of the United States. They are totally, totally wrong. Now, we're going to come back, because there's other things. Okay, they are bragging Joe Biden is raking in the money, and I don't mean his son Hunter from China or Burisma. Okay, they are bragging that they're bringing in more money than Republicans. So the tape drops. They're hoping to stop fundraising. Yeah, they want everybody to walk around. If you are a Republican today and you have a Trump flag, a Trump hat, you're supposed to put it down and say you tried, and you're supposed to hang your head down. Bull SHIT. Get your head up, look straight forward, and don't stop now. You have no concern. Forget these damn Bob Woodward tapes. You've already lived this with Nixon. You're not stupid, damn it. You're smart. You know what they're doing. They want to stop fundraising. Last but not least, because we will find out today. Today will be big. It will be big today, tomorrow. How many, and I'm going to go to break on this, how many pansy ass, that's my word, pansy ass Republicans will peel off today? How many Mitt Romneys will start falling away? Why did Lindsey Graham ask the president to talk to Woodward? Why did he encourage him to talk to him, Lindsey Graham? Why? But how many pansy ass Republicans, and I'll say it a dozen times, will peel off today? Who have they made nervous? We will see. Okay. I'm your host. The battle lines have been drawn for quite some time, but either you're in the war or you're not. I can't put it any other way. Let's take a break.
Hello, My name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
At Ingalls, we know that school is a little different this year, with virtual learning and working from home. But we have continued to donate to our Tools for Schools program, just like always. And all our participating schools will have those funds waiting for them when the bell rings this fall.
Okay, who can tell me the difference between molarity and molality?
In the meantime, Ingalls has everything you need to make this school year a little easier. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
All right, folks, we're back. I got to get my headphones off, right? I'm just rocking and rolling. I got headphones on. We're back. I got to play my tunes in the morning. So I've already been called a cheerleader. Does anybody have any Trump pom-poms? I'll shake them, baby. Yes, I've already been sent the message that I'm a cheerleader for Trump. I'm a cheerleader for my country. I love my country, and I understand what they're doing. The battle is here. Folks, for those that think that I'm just going to take 2 hours and try to play down Bob Woodward's words or tape concerning my president and the coronavirus, I left one thing out before the commercial in the timing. I left one very big, large thing out. I told you the timing is now because the enthusiasm gap is enormous. Trump is on a mega roll. A roll. 15,000 people at a rally, 4,000 boats floating everywhere across this country, flags flown, stories about Trump topping in the polls Latino voters over Biden. Biden and Democrats knowing black voters are leaving the mental plantation. The words from my great friend Vernon Jones. With all that happening, they got to stop it now. There was a syndicate, right? There was the cabal, right? There was the meeting. Put the brakes on this, damn it. I mean, the big boss came in with a cigar. Who the hell let this get all out of hand? Put the brakes on this now. Drop the Woodward tapes. I'm telling you, drop them now. We're in trouble. So anyhow, what is another thing that they had to drop these tapes? They had to drop the A-bomb now. They couldn't wait. This one was break glass in case of emergency. Yes. Why did they do this now? It's because you feel Americans, jobs are coming back, businesses are opening, people are going back to work, parents want their kids to go to school. You see, we've been telling you, this is the media's take, we've been telling you it's too dangerous. We've been telling you you needed a mask. We told you this was an airborne virus and you could not survive it. We told you. We're the ones that scared the SHIT out of you early on. And by doing that, we were the ones trying to save America, not Trump. No, here is the reason. One of the final reasons the bomb is dropped is because we're going to high school football games. A coach told me, I called the coach, just tell me, you get any pushback for playing Friday night? You get anybody, any fans, any teachers, anybody out there giving you a hard time about playing Friday night? And those guys just wrestling around on the ground and tackling each other and getting sweaty because it was hot and they were sweaty and everything and touching the football. And any pushback, coach? Coach said the only comment I heard from people, and I heard it all night long, was this feels normal. Dun, dun, dun. Coach, it's good to play football. It feels like we've done something normal again. That's when the alarms went off. Oh, hell, sound the alarm. Wow, wow. It's feeling normal out there. People are not in fear. We are not able to scare them any longer. It felt normal. We have found out so many things about this virus that no matter what you hear on the Trump tape would not have changed anything about this. Okay? Now, what you are led to believe, while Nancy Pelosi, see, I told you this the other day, and I got to get off this soapbox, but I do. They've not changed their life. They never changed their life. And I'm talking about the evil ones. You know who they are. We caught Pelosi in the she's eating her very expensive ice cream out of the $20,000 fridge in her mansion while she's telling you to eat, whatever. Let you eat cake, the peasants, right? They're calling her Nancy Antoinette. They never changed their life. You did. You did. You want me to believe that these Democrats changed their life? No, they did not. They lied to you about this virus, and they blame it on the president. And the governors had the information. We're going to play. Let me just do this. Things were getting back to normal, so they have to crash normal. So let's go through the tapes, what has been said. So let's start with, give me the, let's see, I'm going to find the videos I sent you this morning. Hold on here. I actually have one of the best campaign ads. It's just, it's funny. 15,000 empty apartments in New York City. Yeah, that's Donald Trump's fault, right? Sure. Absolutely. So here's the president yesterday, okay, answering the question. Maybe we don't do that one first. Let's go to the one that says tapes show Trump acknowledging coronavirus threat in February. Let's play that one. Okay.
And so what was President Xi saying yesterday?
Well, we were talking mostly about the virus, and I think he's going to have it in good shape, but it's a very tricky situation. It goes through air, Bob. That's always tougher than the touch. The touch, you don't have to touch things, right? But the air, you just breathe the air. That's how it's passed. And so that's a very tricky one. That's a very delicate one. It's also more deadly than your strenuous flus. People don't realize we lose 25,000, 30,000 people a year here. Who would ever think that, right?
I know. It's
pretty amazing. And then I say, well, is that the same thing? This is more deadly. This is 5 per, this is 5% versus 1% and less than 1%. So this is deadly stuff. Now it's turning out it's not just old people, Bob, just today and yesterday. Some startling facts came out. It's not just older
young people,
to plenty of young people.
So give me a moment of talking to somebody, going through this with Fauci or somebody who kind of it caused a pivot in your mind, because it's clear just from what's on the public record that you went through a pivot on this to, oh my God, the gravity is almost inexplicable and unexplainable.
Well, I think, Bob, really, to be honest with you,
sure, I want you to.
I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down.
Yes,
because I don't want to create a panic.
All right, now that's where they're stopping it this morning everywhere. I wanted to play it down because I did not want to create a panic, okay? Now, is it okay to not give all the information that you may know to the public, okay? That may be a big question you have. Should you have known more than you did? If you watched, okay? Now, this is February 7th, okay? The president is talking about what he knows at the time. No matter how you want to slice this with Bob Woodward, of February 7th, we're being told, okay, that it's 5 times more deadly than the flu. All right, this is what we're being told. They're going to tell you that the president continued to go out and try to kill people knowing all of these facts. All right. But this is what he knows. This is what he's being told. All right. He's trying to calm the waters, keep everybody calm. All right. They don't know yet at first. Now let's keep in mind, nobody's playing the old tapes. At first, we had one person. At first, it was in Portland, right? Wasn't it out in Seattle or somewhere out there? That's it. At first, it was on a ship. Okay. Now, we were told that it was an airborne virus, but this had not spread across the country. Okay. So you can break it down all day long. The president just made a decision not to scare and tell everybody the sky was falling. Immediately, as this developed, he immediately gave the governors, or did not get in the way of the governors. Go back on March 19th. Go back and look how fast information was getting out to governors, and they were putting executive orders in, closing their states down, shutting down restaurants, bars. I mean, I lived right here where, we had to sit for 2 weeks. For 14 days. We were told we were not allowed out of the house in Georgia for 14 days. We had a governor that put a list of essential businesses, and outside of that, everything was shut down. Now, some of you had a governor that you still shut down. The president immediately switched whatever he had to switch to make sure governors had ventilators. The response to what President Trump has done, even Fauci knows. The only thing short that Trump did was totally shutting the country down, taking national power away and overriding state authorities, and just taking a national mandate. You wear a mask, you go in the house, you're not allowed out, and we'll let you know when you can come back out. Some call that martial law. Some call that they wanted martial law. They wanted a total shutdown. Now, I, for one, am not upset with what I just heard. And I know who will accuse me of cheering on the president, but I'm absolutely not upset with anything I just heard. Okay? Doesn't bother me at all. Start this next one. President Trump scoffs Woodward's drank the white privilege Kool-Aid. Start that one that video at 9 seconds like we have it.
Do you have any sense that privilege has isolated and put you in a cave to a certain extent, as it put me and I think lots of white privileged people in a cave, and that we have to work our way out of it to understand the anger and the pain particularly black people feel in this country? You
really drank the Kool-Aid, didn't you? Listen to you. Wow. No, I don't feel that at all.
Mara, your reaction?
Oh, well, it's a president without empathy, without shame. I think what feels so sleazy about these tapes to me is, of course, we know that Mr. Woodward does not share Mr. Trump's feeling, I think, toward Black Americans, or lack thereof. But just the ease with which the president feels comfortable communicating his clear disdain, or at least disregard, for large numbers of Americans is in and of itself extremely telling. I mean, listen to the president in his own words. I think it speaks for himself. Black Americans already knew exactly who he was. So nothing new there.
What was wrong with that? He drank the Kool-Aid. Woodward said white privilege cage. You drank the Kool-Aid. I don't get that. What was wrong with that? Total fear. This is all a setup. Total fear of what's getting ready to happen with the black vote in America. All right? Bob Woodward, Nixon, and this is a just political witch hunt that they're trying to use the president's words and spin it around. He did not want to cause panic. Are you okay with that? I'm okay with it. I've lived through COVID-19 with family. I understand he didn't want to cause panic. The media does. The media causes panic every day. Let's go to the other one. Political hit job. It's just another political hit job with the president. Let's go to that one there. I'll tell you when to come back.
Can you address the concerns from the Woodward book in regards to whether did you mislead the public by saying that you downplayed the coronavirus and that you repeatedly did that in order to reduce panic? Did you mislead the public?
Well, I think if you said in order to reduce panic, perhaps that's so. The fact is I'm a cheerleader for this country. I love our country. And I don't want people to be frightened. I don't want to create panic, as you say. And certainly I'm not going to drive this country or the world into a frenzy. We want to show confidence. We want to show strength. We want to show strength as a nation. And that's what I've done. And we've done very well. We've done well from any standard. You look at our numbers compared to other countries, other parts of the world. It's been an amazing job that we've done. I think it's very sad in many respects because the incredible individuals working so hard on it, including our vice president, they've done this great job. They haven't been acknowledged by the news media, and they should, for the job we've done, whether it's ventilators, and now you'll see very soon with vaccines and with therapeutics. The job we've done has been incredible. But we don't want to instill panic. We don't want to jump up and down and start shouting that we have a problem that is a tremendous problem, scare everybody. And I'll tell you the other thing, we immediately started buying all over the world. We started buying masks and gowns and everything else, and we don't want to cause pricing to go up to a level that becomes almost unaffordable. So, yeah, in that sense, I agree with it. Yeah, please.
How do you reassure the American public going forward that they can trust what you're saying?
Well, I think that's really a big part of trust. We have to have leadership. We have to show leadership. And the last thing you want to do is create a panic in the country. This was a horrible thing. It was sent to us by China. Should not have happened, should never have happened. This is a disgusting, terrible situation that was foisted upon us. And we have to show. We just don't want to use, the best word is panic. We don't want to have to show panic. We're not going to show panic. And that's exactly what I did. And I was very open, whether it's to Woodward or anybody else. It's just another political hit job. But whether it was Woodward or anybody else, you cannot show a sense of panic or you're going to have bigger problems than you ever had before. Please.
Respectfully, sir, your comments amounted to more than trying to reduce panic. So on February 7th, you told Woodward it's more deadly than your strenuous flu.
Go ahead, please.
Mr. President, don't you think if you were more forthright with the American people, more lives could have been saved? Do you take responsibility at all for some of the 200,000 deaths that we've had?
So I think if we didn't do what we did, we would have had millions of people die. We closed up our country. We closed it up very, very quickly, very effectively. We did a job. We learned about this horrible disease, along with the rest of the world, which had to learn about it. And then we opened it up, and now we know the vulnerable. We know who it attacks, who it's so vicious against. And I think we've done, from every standpoint, a incredible job. We shouldn't have lost anybody. Nobody should have lost. China released something that they shouldn't have been allowed to. They should not have released. It came out of China. It went to Europe. It went all over the world. Should have never happened. They could have stopped it. They stopped it from going into the remainder of China. It started in Wuhan, and they stopped it. But they didn't stop it from coming to our country. Now, we had to show calm. We had to show, if it was up to you or whoever, I have no idea what he said in the book. And again, it's a book that I gave him some quotes, and frankly, we'll see how the book turned out. I have no idea. You're asking me questions for the first time. But again, the last thing we can show is panic or excitement or fear or anything else. We had to take care of the situation we were given. Now, long before anybody else wanted to do it, I closed our borders to a very heavily infected China. If I didn't do that, we would have had hundreds of thousands more people die. Dr. Fauci said it. Many people said it. It was a great decision. It was a decision I made, and I had to make. It was a decision that a lot of people thought I was wrong. Nancy Pelosi said I was wrong. Joe Biden said I was wrong. They all came back, and they said it was the right decision. And I was way early. That was in January, the end of January I did that. So that was a very good thing we did. Otherwise, we would have had hundreds of thousands more. But if we didn't close the country, we would have been talking about millions of people instead of the numbers that we have right now.
Let me just say this. We'll take a quick break. Panic, panic, panic. The president is sitting there in the White House, and he has this news, and he's trying to make sure that the American people don't panic. All the while, the media did their share, and everybody ran. You remember when we didn't have any SHIT paper for God knows how long? No, we didn't have any panic, did we? The media didn't help create a scare. We didn't have people thinking it was totally over, end of the world, right? We didn't have. See, the thing is we're learning the facts. The data is out now. It's not what we thought. It is dangerous. It is a virus, very dangerous, but it's not what we thought. We can find a vaccine. We can get a vaccine for this. We can handle this. We can move through this and continue with our lives. But the media wanted to shut the world down, and they're mad because Trump he wasn't complicit in scaring the hell out of everybody in this country. All right? Remember the panic of no toilet paper? You sure that's all we needed was the president to intensify the panic in this country. He took serious, bold steps with governors, the team, Fauci, Dr. Bricks, or whatever her name is, whether you like Fauci or not. He took immediate, bold steps, 7 days a week, trying to get a handle on this, whether it called for floating hospitals at both ends of the country that were never used. You remember the Javits Center that was never used, 8 or 9 patients? You remember the floating hospitals, right? And then when it didn't work, they tried to create this second scare. Remember the second scare? This is just a next scare attack. Remember the second scare where hospitals we're running out of hospitals and our hospitalization was up in ICU units and it's going through the South and Trump went to Oklahoma and we're all going to die, right? Even Herman Cain bit the dust over this. That one didn't. Where's those stories today? Where are the hospitals' shortage of ICU rooms? Where are they? Let's see. I want to do this one. I do want to do this one, and then we'll take our break. It's 9 o'clock. There's times when it's better to let somebody else say it because they can do it and they know they got it down. Let's go. It was Lindsey Graham who convinced President Trump to sit with Bob Woodward for his anti-Trump book. Let's watch that. This is Tucker Carlson last night concerning Lindsey Graham.
You may have seen the news today about Bob Woodward's new book, which apparently spends 480 pages trashing the president. It's coming out next week, just in time to influence the election. None of that should surprise you. Bob Woodward dislikes Donald Trump. He's been very clear about that. Woodward works for Jeff Bezos' personal newspaper, The Washington Post, which has made defeating Donald Trump its all-consuming mission. So, of course, Bob Woodward's book is exactly what you thought it would be. What's surprising is that Donald Trump participated in making the book. The president sat for repeated interviews with Bob Woodward. Why in the world would he do that? Well, tonight, from a source who knows the answer to that mystery, Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina. It was Lindsey Graham who helped convince Donald Trump to talk to Bob Woodward. Lindsey Graham brokered that meeting. Lindsey Graham even sat in on the first interview between Bob Woodward and the president. How'd that turn out? Now, remember, Lindsey Graham is supposed to be a Republican, so why would he do something like that? You'd have to ask him. But keep in mind that Lindsey Graham has opposed, passionately opposed, virtually every major policy initiative that Donald Trump articulated when he first ran, from ending illegal immigration to pulling back from pointless wars to maintaining law and order at home. Lindsey Graham was against all of that more than many Democrats.
Why did Lindsey Graham do that? Lindsey, interesting. I'm your host, BKP. We'll take a break. We'll return right after these messages.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
If you want big Chevy discounts, Days Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done with savings of $8,000 on new Chevy Equinox or up to $10,000 savings off new Silverado crew cabs. We're big on discounts and even bigger on customer service. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Find new roads.
Sometimes it's the little victories that mean the most. Those everyday celebrations that bring a smile to our faces and joy to our hearts. At Ingalls, we know there's no one you'd rather share those miniature, memorable moments with than family. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
At Ingalls, we know that school is a little different this year, with virtual learning and working from home. But we have continued to donate to our Tools for Schools program, just like always. And all our participating schools will have those funds waiting for them when the bell rings this fall.
Okay, who can tell me the difference between molarity and molality?
In the meantime, Ingalls has everything you need to make this school year a little easier. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect, like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Before we go any further, Atlanta Police Union lines up behind Doug Collins, and Atlanta Police Union is backing Doug Collins' bid for U.S. Senate after Republican called for the removal of Fulton County District Attorney Paul Howard from the investigation into a highly profile shooting that led to charges against 2 officers. All right. Collins is set to appear with members of the International Brotherhood of Police Officers Local 623 on Thursday, that would be today, to tout endorsement in his campaign and unseat Kelly Loeffler. So that is today. That's happening today. So we'll talk to the congressman today about that. Now, they all have the goods on Trump. Everybody. Peter Strzok is going around saying, Peter Strzok is going around saying that I have the goods on Trump. I have what could damage him in his bid for re-election. James Mattis comes out and he says he's not fit for office. I mean, at every single turn, they want to stop this guy. How do you know? I do like this every once in a while. How do you know it's the right guy? Is the amount of times or pressure or the amount of things that they're doing to try to stop this guy. He's got to be the right guy for the job because I think in general their fear is the first term, and I don't want to waste time on this, but when Trump was running the first time, the fear people had is that once there was a side of the deep state, the left-leaning liberals, that he would get elected, and once in office, he would be the left-leaning liberal that they felt he's always been, okay, a New Yorker. So there was that side. There was the side for the right, the conservatives, thinking he may get in office and be the left-leaning liberal we thought he always would be. With those two things intact, that was the first term. Now, from Mattis to Strzok to Joe Scarborough, every last one of them, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Bill Clinton, Hillary, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, the fear is this guy's second term. He will unleash on us, and that will happen. We've got to get him elected. All the hard work and hours of writing, reporting, digging, and knowing what happened with the phony dossier and what happened with the 402s or 302s, right, and how they've been altered, one thing after another, everything washes away. Nellie Orr, Bruce Orr, Peter Strzok, McCabe, Comey, nonstop. Brennan, Clapper, Susan Rice, the unmasking, General Flynn, it all washes down the river if Joe's elected. If you think Attorney General Barr in 2 months, 60 days should start indicting the hell out of people, you need to reelect Donald Trump. All goes away. All right, so we got kids in school with it. Hold on, I was looking at something else. So I want to ask you, and here is the homework of the day. Because number one, go read this article. Okay? Number one, go read this article. The left secretly preps for mega violence after Election Day. Doomsday Scenario. And this is by Sam Stein, political editor at the Daily Beast. Now, look, a stop clock is right 2 times a day. Okay? So, no, I'm not a fan of the Daily Beast, but the Progressive Coalition Fight Back Table has been meeting to game out what happens if Joe Biden doesn't win by a landslide. It's not pretty. Last week, a coalition of leaders, progressive groups, gathered on Zoom to begin organizing for what they envision as a post-election day political apocalyptic scenario. I can't pronounce that. Scenario. Put together by Fight Back Table, an initiative launched after 2016 election to get a consolidation of lefty organizations to work more closely together. The meeting dealt with the operational demand expected if the November election ends without a clear outcome with Joe Biden win and Donald Trump refuses to leave. They are planning their war strategy for Election Day. There will be war in this country. Absolutely. There will be. Okay. In this country, there will be war. So you look up this right here. Stay on this for a minute. And then go to, and I have it here. Just a second. Go look at the Democracy Defense Nerve Center. Okay. Democracy Defense Nerve Center is a communist front formerly known as Fight Back Table. Okay. Founded in 2016, the group serves as a nerve center to coordinate and provide logistical support for violent leftist riots during Biden's campaign here. Let's see. You can read their topics. You could read who their people are. You could read what deep state, what media is involved in it, the victims, the organizations, okay? The organizations involved. You can read each and every one of those. And the Democracy Defense Nerve Center, you want to go look that up today. All right. Look it up, read through it. You can check it out there. Now, they are preparing for war. This is why Woodward, they're all complicit. Everybody has their part. Everybody has their part, folks. Every single one, there's a part to play. Got it? Here's something else I want you to look up today. Now, this can be boring. Give me number 2. Do you know what it says? Our story, a populist meta-narrative for this moment. Our story project is a collaborative effort of over 40 organizations. 40. Okay. Give me number 3. Our story project is a collaborative effort of over 40 progressive movements, organizations to express and shared story, vision, and values of the change we aim to make in the world. Take down what they call the white man system, the white privilege in this world. The project is over a year in the making and has been sculpted by many of the best narrative thinkers and top progressive leaders in the field. Together, we have created a populist meta-narrative for this moment that both undermine the right-wing narrative and can be adapted to tell an issue-specific story that links to a wider collective vision. They have a plan. Okay? This is their Pentagon. This is where they're setting up their maps and charting out. They have a plan. There's groups that get together. They have meetings. And then they dispatch. What you see in this country today is being dispatched out. It is not grassroots. It is not groundswell. It is dispatched. It is absolutely dispatched from these groups here. Now, there's a group I want you to go visit, and I'm going to find that. Demos. All right. DEMOS. Demos, the case for expanding the right to vote. Our democracy is broken. It isn't working exactly as it was designed, keeping black and brown people from full participation and from building durable political power. Our latest proposal explains how we can end voter suppression by collecting what's still missing from the Constitution. No such thing to them. Read the keywords. Collect what is missing from the Constitution. Written by white guys. Produced by white guys. Printed by a white guy. Bunch of white people signed it. There's even white guys signed this that own slaves. It's broken. The melting pot now is here to take over and change it, burn it down to the ground and build it back in the way we see that this should be rewritten. Exactly right. Exactly right. We are dynamic think and do tank. Think and do tank that powers the movement for a just, inclusive, all right, multiracial democracy. So our melting pot has become full circle. Multiracial melting pot. We're full circle now. We've got to tear it down and start over. We can no longer, you have to understand, we can no longer look to see the intent of our founding fathers. They're irrelevant anymore. Every time you and I want to look to our founding fathers and we want to read the Federalist Papers and we want to read the Bill of Rights and we want to look into our Constitution as our Supreme Court of the United States is supposed to interpret our Constitution, every time we want to do that, we're the ones misunderstanding. That's not relevant to them anymore. Okay? That's no longer, they don't look to see what the founding fathers said in this area or that area. They don't. They're creating their own founding fathers. Are you catching on yet? They're creating their own founding fathers. This is their creation. This is their time. We are tearing it down. And then you have Roger Goodell and the NFL and you have the NBA, and they rely on these black athletes, and they're hoping that they will give them forgiveness and let them in when they rebuild. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, just, all right. So we're doing election night coverage. Let me explain something. This is going to be the end of your homework here in a minute. We're doing election night coverage. If you're not involved, it's not too late, but give me number 9, okay? So we're doing election night coverage from 8 to 12, all right? 8 to 12, we'll have expert political panel assembled for 4 hours. We'll have special guests, live decision desk coverage. We're going to have a decision desk set up, big screen with national interactive maps. We're going to focus, I'm going to tell you now, we're going to focus probably 70% on Georgia, 65, 70, the balance on national. We are going to focus on the House of Representatives, the Senate, and the President of the United States, yes. But where a lot of those are concerned, especially the presidency, it's just going to be a bunch of talking heads. And it's going to Steve Kornacki on NBC running over and saying, he's going to touch the screen and say, okay, what we have here is in this county right here, we have 23% of black people coming out that say they have no idea who they voted for, but they think it was Joe Biden. So it's just going to be garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. Turn it off. We are really going to work hard to provide a good product on election night. Now, one of the reasons we're going to focus about 70% of our coverage time, 60 to 70% of it in Georgia, is because we have the two number one congressional races, I think, in the United States, with the District 6 between Lucy McBath, and I don't know the other district. I'm going to have to apologize in a minute. But Lucy McBath, the Democrat in District 6, where she's being challenged and wants to go back and win again. Karen Handel, the Republican. So we're trying to get a flip there. The Republicans are in the 7th district. The Democrats are trying to flip. This was the closest election, a congressional election in the United States. Rob Woodall, I think it's his name, Rob Woodall, former congressman that is leaving, won by only 500 votes. Now, a lot of people say in the 7th district, he did not campaign. He just didn't campaign. Said, I'll take what I get here out of this race. Okay. So Woodall is not going back, and Rich McCormick is the Republican candidate, and he is facing a Democrat. Sorry, I forgot the name. But those are the two areas. But I'm going to take a break, but I want you to look this up. Number 4, Barack Obama's hands are in everything. What I just showed you, okay? All right. The National Democratic Redistricting Committee, Eric Holder, Barack Obama, okay? Here is on their website, right here on the face of their website, number 5. Number 5, Georgia is a critical state in fixing our rigged system. Get involved today. Eric Holder, Barack Obama. Go look these up. And here it is, number 6, the NDRC. All right, NDRC. The political system is broken. The fight to fix it is now. They know it. Look, they know it. Everything. Barack Hussein Obama's hands are in everything. Now, if you click on the state of Georgia, I want to show you something. Number 8. Number 8, Target, Georgia. Republicans in Georgia have a history of gerrymandering, including mid-cycle redistricting in 2015 to lock in their majorities in the state legislature. In 2018, we helped NDRC. We helped Democrats flip 2 seats in the state Senate and 14 seats in the state House. Georgia will remain an NDRC target in 2020. We are targeting the state House. Featured races, the state House. They are trying to flip the Georgia House of Representatives, and they feel they can. And they're working hard and pouring the money into it. And let me tell you, if Donald Trump wins an enormous race in Georgia by an enormous number, but yet Democrats somehow figure out how to flip the state House, you're not going to see any more Republicans winning in Georgia when they get done. Now, when they get done, you won't see very many Republicans winning at all in Georgia. They will cut up that map to make sure there's enough Democrat votes in every district when they get done. Trust me. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to come back. I got to wrap some things up. I want to play you one campaign clip that a guy put out that I think is just actually brilliant. I really enjoyed it. I'm your host, BKP. Let's take a break.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
If you want big Chevy discounts, Days Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done with savings of $8,000 on new Chevy Equinox or up to $10,000 savings off new Silverado crew cabs. We're big on discounts and even bigger on customer service. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Find new roads.
Sometimes it's the little victories that mean the most. Those everyday celebrations that bring a smile to our faces and joy to our hearts. At Ingalls, we know there's no one you'd rather share those miniature memorable moments with than family. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You know, the Big Apple, the city, the greatest city in the world, the city that never sleeps. Okay. Nobody really, when I say nobody, a lot of people are not paying attention to the city's been destroyed, just totally dismantled, destroyed. Anarchy, chaos, murder, death, crime in the streets. It's just overpowering. There's almost no way to get this back without maybe government, maybe the president sending in people to try to straighten this mess out. Now, I, for one, remember, and they don't want to talk about it. They want to keep this hidden. They don't want to unveil this. They're more interested in Bob Woodward and Donald Trump. Okay. So if you were dreaming of, taking your kids to Rockefeller Center for ice skating and at Christmas time and to watch the Rockettes or whatever, hey, that ship has sailed. If you are, I wonder what the ball drop is going to be like, the crystal ball for, 2021 in Times Square. Is it going to be packed? I don't know. It might be. Are they going to put 1 million people? They've destroyed this damn city. Remember, let me tell you something, all right? If you don't know, everybody's asked me, even when I lived up in the North Jersey, right close to New York City, did you ever go to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Hell no, I didn't go. And I'll tell you why. Because the people pack in there, they love it. They love the friggin' turkey coming down through there, Snoopy, all the bands. They love it. That's great. But they pack in there 30 and 40 deep on sidewalks, and you have to get there so early. And I'm going to tell you, just take it, Once you become right on the sidewalk so you can see the damn parade, you're not taking a leak for 7 hours, okay? Yeah, you're going to the doctor because you got kidney functions, the next week. You got problems. I'm not joking. I'm serious. I mean, there's no way I'm going to these events, but people do, and they love it. They love that city. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, what is it going to be like, December 31st? Who is the crystal ball going to light up for? Will it drop? No way. I've never been to Times Square on New Year's Eve. Never. 1 million people rush in there. You're this close, and you got your 2020 glasses on, and you're doing this. I tell you what, I bet that was a super spreader event. Bob Woodward, the 2020, and they're in there like this with their clappers and their glasses for what? 30 seconds of something dropping, and Ryan Seacrest saying 10, 9, whatever. No, it's gone. The greatest city, it's gone. Done, kaput. It's over. Watch and see. I lived there. Okay, Mayor Ed Koch, Dinkins. It was a disaster. I don't have time. Mayor Dinkins was a disaster. Okay, Giuliani came in and cleaned it up. He cleaned this nasty mess of a city up. And look at the data, all right? He left a cleaned up 9/11, which is tomorrow. We'll be doing our Friday show at Sycamore Crossing, 9/11, with Bruce and Jane and Rick. Hey, Giuliani left the city in good shape. Crime statistics with Bloomberg. They don't want to talk about the cover up here. It's a disaster what's happened in New York City. And I'm telling you, that's like one place you may say, I don't want to go there. Okay, you don't want to go there? I used to love going to the city. I mean, I couldn't wait to go to the city so many times. All right? You don't go on Saturday. It's a Jewish kind of place. It's pretty quiet on Saturday. Okay? But we would go Friday, we go Sunday. Get up Sunday morning early, drive into the city, right through the Lincoln Tunnel, come out the other side, parking building, right there. And the next thing you know, we're down in Greenwich Village shopping, and we're shopping in Greenwich Village, and then we go to We go to Chinatown. I like to go to Chinatown, have my meal, and then make it over to Little Italy to have a dessert. And at the end of the day, you know, we go down to Times Square just to look at the lights, and it's time to get back over to the parking building right outside the Lincoln Tunnel, back through, out in Jersey, and we're gone. We used to love to do that. I'm not doing that anymore. What the hell? I'm not going to the city. I'm not getting my white ass beat. I'm serious. So this guy, he makes a campaign commercial. Well, let me show you this. Okay, I got to get to my pictures, but let me show you this. All right. I got it here somewhere. I got it. Hang tight. Hang tight. I had it here just a minute ago. And I will find it again. So stay. All right. So this guy right here, number 62, put him up. Put up 62. Bill de Blasio is the worst mayor in New York history. Okay. Now, number 60. We're going to play that guy's video in just a second. I'll let you know. So get it ready. New York City, number 60. New York City rental market nosedives with 15,000 empty apartments. 15,000 empty apartments in New York City. They're empty. It's nosedive. They're not moving back. They're not coming home. If you had the ability, the wealth, if you could have gotten out of the city and said, it's time to leave, you left. The tax base, they're in major trouble. The tax base is not coming back. The people that had money, they're gone. They went to Florida. They went to Georgia. They went other places. They're gone. They're not coming back. De Blasio is a total disaster. Murder, crime. It's not going to turn around. It is absolutely sad what happened to our New York City. Play this guy's video. He's running for office, and this is pretty good.
Bill de Blasio is the worst mayor in the history of New York City. That's it, guys. Seriously, that's the whole ad.
Max Rose for Congress. Seriously, guys, that's it. That's the whole ad. Bottom line. I'm a New Yorker. I got it. I don't have to tell you anymore. That's it. He's the worst mayor in New York City history. That's it. No, but they're going to play daily bombshells and they're going to create panic. Now, they're upset that the president of the United States did not come out and panic the country and run us all over the cliff. Just take us off the cliff there and say, hey, it's doom and gloom and we must yell the sky is falling. They're all upset. They're going to play a daily. You will get your daily bombshell out of the tapes Woodward played, whatever. Let me go through some quick pictures here. I want to show you the head spinning off of the media today. And then I will tell you some of the top reasons why, and it will not stop. Here's number 59, MSNBC. Okay. Woodward interview with Trump. It is nonstop. No, Trump, you really drank the Kool-Aid, didn't you? Listen to you. Wow. No, I didn't feel that way at all. And I'm with Trump. I didn't feel that way at all. I mean, you know, you're not going to back me into a white privilege cave. If you feel guilty, you know, Bob Woodward, you go right ahead. You're not backing me in. 58. 58. Okay. 57. They just keep playing this over and over and over. All right. 56. Let me ask you this. We share one thing in common. We are white privileged. My father was a lawyer and a judge in Illinois. And we know that your dad did. Okay. So I tell people all the time, if you're talking to somebody, I'm going to let this out of the bag. Okay. This is Woodward's trick. Okay. I get it. And Trump doesn't fall for it. He doesn't fall for it. He says, oh, you drink the Coke. I tell people when you engage somebody, start out that both of you already know something. Set the stage. So if you go up to somebody and you want to present a fact to them and you don't know how they will receive the fact, you start out saying, you and I both know this. You and I are both aware of this. You and I have been watching this for years. You and I know what's taking place. Then you go into it. Now the person has to pull the subconscious. They have to pull themselves out of what you just pulled them into. Okay? Absolutely. They have to do that. So when he says, let me ask you this, we share one thing in common. He wants to take Trump down the same road he's going down. It's not whether Woodward believes this or not. He's trying to pull Trump in. Trump is smart enough to back out of this, and that we have to work out a way of it to understand the anger and pain, particularly black people feel in this country. See, you and I both know this, President. We got to work this out. Come on, we both know. He's like, whoa, you drank the Kool-Aid, dude. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Did you hear what Trump just said? All right, I got 10 minutes here. I got a text message. Let me check. You never know. It could be a breaking story I've got to be involved in. All right. All right, so let's go to the next one. Let's go to 55. All right. Their heads are spinning off an explosion rate. Now, the NFL, are you going to watch the opening night, Thursday night? I will not. This is what's about to happen tonight. Number 54, okay? Number 54, kick off the season. Social justice messages on helmets. Number 53. Number 52, Lift Every Voice and Sing will be played before tonight's game in Kansas City. That is the Black national anthem. And you wonder why Latinos ain't going to vote for their ass. See, Latinos don't see a future here in this. You know, it's Black Lives Matter. It's not Juan. It's not Jose. It's not Raphael. No, it's not. No Raphael. No Raphael? No Juan? No Jose? Just telling you, man. They're not hearing it. All right? Because I'm going to tell you something. I don't know very many Latinos named LaQuisha. You can hate me all damn day. All right? I just don't know it. That's right. Black Lives Matter. Latinos like, wait a minute. Fluffy. Do you know Fluffy? Fluffy like, wait a minute. What about us? Number 50. Trump's virus response betrayed American people, Biden said. No, Biden never betrayed the American people in any way whatsoever. Didn't do it. It's now here it is. Criminal. Number 49. Biden is over in Minnesota. Why is he in Minnesota? I mean, shouldn't he have a double-digit lead? Now, I know what's going to happen, and my Democratic friends out there, you know who you are. The very minute Trump comes to Georgia, you're going to swear he came to Georgia because he's in trouble here, and we should all be in fear. So Biden, why is he in Minnesota? But Biden said on Trump's concealing threat. Look at the way it's written. Biden on Trump's concealing threat. He concealed it. Hide it, folks. It's almost criminal. Almost criminal. Number 48. Trump calls Woodward book a political hit job. Just read the bottom of these really quick. 47. Trump admits concealing threat of coronavirus. Concealed the threat. Concealed it. Trump admits of concealing the threat of coronavirus. Number 46. I'm just showing you it's nonstop, all day long. Okay. Fox is in on it too. Number 45. Woodward book. Trump knew virus was deadly and downplayed it. He downplayed it. It was deadly. Hey, this thing's deadly, isn't it? Let's downplay this sucker. I mean, come on. I'm just months away from getting a second shot. You know, I don't want to move. I kind of like it here now. Number 44, and they're preparing for that. Woodward book, Trump knew virus was deadly and down. Here it is. Here it is. This is one of my favorites of the morning. Number 43. Trump knew the virus was deadly and downplayed it, and yet he went across the country attempting to kill people. He held these rallies attempting to kill people. Okay, is everybody in? Shut all the doors. Do we have 12,000 people? Now breathe on each other. Go! I think it's hilarious. Number 42, this is everything just like you're hearing all day. I just want to show you. So that was very tricky. I should have played that. Tricky. Very tricky. Tricky. That's very delicate one. It's also more deadly than your even the flu. Number 41, Trump in March. Nobody really knew how contagious it was. But in February, you're talking about being airborne, floating around. The President of the United States has not contracted coronavirus. The President of the United States has not worn a mask. Okay. Number 40, Trump admits playing down virus amid pandemic. He admitted it. He admitted to it. He played it down. Well, we're out here dying with the virus, choking and puking and spitting up and can't walk and, dying in the streets. Trump is downplaying it. Number 30, nobody really knew how contagious it was. Here it is, number 38. 30 was wrong. 38. Number 38. Trump held indoor rallies despite knowing virus was airborne. He was out killing people. I mean, on the 7th, he talked to Woodward. On the 10th, he held a rally in New Hampshire. Number 37, Trump calls Woodward book political hit job. Number 37, he's on the phone. He found his safe haven in Fox News. He was on the phone with them. Washington Post this morning. Number 35, I wanted to always play it down. NBC News, number 34, Trump said he feels no responsibility to understand anger of Black Americans in the book. We didn't take time to do this. Number 33, whistleblower. We have another whistleblower. Adam Schiff has another whistleblower. Let's see. Number 30, Yasmin Vinsugia was sighing all morning long. Trump intentionally misled the public on virus. Number 30. Number 30, you got it there. There you go. Here it is, number 29. On February 28th, he knew it was airborne. And he was out killing people. This was in South Carolina. My God, does he not care? Trump intentionally misled people on the virus. Let's see if there's one more I don't want to miss. They keep screaming about the virus. Let's see. We do have CNN in on it. And, okay, here's Joe, number 14. Joe was all broke up this morning, okay? So, look, folks, let me say this. Let's close this. Let's close this chapter in this book. Got to make sure my text messages, I'm sorry, I should have turned them off. Okay, I got a smiley face. Somebody liked what I said. I'll check it out later. So, here's the deal. Republican enthusiasm through the roof. 4,000 boat flotilla. 15,000 show up in North Carolina. A great convention considering the situation. Trump names 20 more possible Supreme Court justice on a list. Trump named or Trump nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Okay. Economy's coming back. Unemployment's gone down to 8.4 or whatever, but unemployment's going down. All right. Jobs are coming back. All right. The economy's recovering. They don't ask this question, and I'll tell you why they don't. They don't ask this question because they don't want the real answer. They won't poll this. Do you feel that we were misled about how serious the virus is? Do you feel we were misled and we could have played high school baseball? You see, we can't play high school baseball. We're playing high school softball. And by the way, the Gilmer Lady Cats, you guys are amazing high school softball. We can't play spring sports, but we can play high school football. Do you feel the president downplayed the seriousness of coronavirus, or do you feel the media upplayed it? Do you feel the president hid things concerning the coronavirus? Or do you think the media exasperated or baited or whatever it is, exasperated the coronavirus? Do you think they enhanced it? Do you think they said things that were not true? Are Americans right now thinking to themselves, we were taken in 2020? Yes, the virus is real. Yes, some of our loved ones died as a result of underlying health conditions and then contracting the virus. Yes, it is a problem. But do you feel that the media, along with Democrats and the fear that they've taken, I mean, we're in September, they've taken you a year out of your life away, and this is the president's fault? Joe, when you say criminal, let me look at this. This is from the office of the governor of Georgia. Now pay attention. Governor Brian P. Kemp announced today that Georgia's August tax revenue, net tax collection. One more time. Georgia, Brian P. Kemp announced today that Georgia's August net tax collection totaled nearly $1.89 billion for an increase. Listen, an increase of $134.5 million or 7.7% compared to August 2019, when the net tax collection totaled roughly $1.75 billion. Okay. It's up. It's up. People are, do you think that right there, that people are thinking we've been had and they have to try to scare us back into thinking your mom and dad would be alive, that Donald Trump is responsible and did the country wrong? Tomorrow morning, we'll be at Sycamore Crossing. Yes, Sycamore Crossing in downtown Blue Ridge. Okay. That's where we will be, Sycamore Crossing.